Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Family Sedan channel. A few days ago, I put out a video highlighting, among other things, that XRP just had its 11th birthday. That's right, XRP was created, in fact, on June 2nd of 2012. And I shared a thread from tail end of 2019 in which David Schwartz, co-creator of XRP and the XRP Ledger, highlighted exactly what led to its creation. And one of the things that he pointed out was that XRP used to be called XNS. And I mentioned in that video just a few days ago that I don't know what XNS stands for. And I was like, I should probably just ask. I finally did that. In fact, I asked David Schwartz, I tagged him on Twitter, I said, what does this mean? I'll show you exactly what he said. And I finally got the answer. Why did I not just do that years sooner? I've been curious for years. And I'd never seen it published anywhere. So I don't know if anyone else knows, but if there's one guy that could answer it, it would be David Schwartz, and he sure did. Also, I'm going to share with you an update having to do with attorney John Deaton, because as most of you know by now, his Twitter account was hacked, but optimistic that he's going to be back at it soon. And other than that, I'm going to share with you at the beginning part of the video a personal update. Look, this channel is not about me. I don't want it to be about me, but my sweet little pet peeve, which is my 8-year-old terrier mix on your screen right there, she broke her paw. She was, and many of you know this, I mentioned on the channel, maybe just one other time, but once or twice, either way. But she was jumping in the back of the vehicle, didn't exactly stick the landing, fell back down, and broke her little paw. I'll spare you the gnarly details of it because the paw did look gnarly. But she's going to be okay, so I thought I'd just share a quick update. But before going further, I do be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. All right, so technically, as far as the pet peeve stuff is concerned, technically what I'm going to share with you happened yesterday. It's now 12:54 a.m. Tuesday the 6th, but I haven't gone to bed. So as far as I'm concerned, for me, it still counts as today. So I'll just say today, this morning, I dropped off my pet peeve for surgery on her paw. It took a while to get everything scheduled. There were a couple different consultations. And, given where the crack was, it was right at this particular joint where, thankfully, it's one, as bad as it is, thankfully, it's one where she's still going to have a good amount of mobility. So there's a particular joint, and it's called the, what is it, tarsal? I could be way off. I think it's the tarsal joint. I'm pretty sure that's right, or something to that effect. And this particular joint, by nature, it actually doesn't have that much flexibility, which is good because they have to fuse that son of a gun together. So she's never going to have flexibility on that ever again, but it's important that they do that because if they didn't do that, there's a virtual certainty that she would develop arthritis if I just let it heal in that cast and they didn't do anything. So no, she had to have surgery. So I dropped her off for surgery in the morning, and I don't have her right now, in fact. But the surgery, it did go well. And so being the dog daddy that I am, I mean, I was optimistic everything was going to be fine, but still it's like, you dog owners out there, like, you know how it is. Your dog is your family, right? I understand it's not the same as a person. Obviously, I get that. I'm not stupid, but it's still family, right? And so still kind of like anxious for a lot of the day, and it's fine. And it was tough to like let her go. And when I dropped her off, in fact, she, and when they put the, I took the leash off that is on the screen there because they needed to put their own on, and so I took that one away. And then it started to walk her away, and then she turned back and she just ran to me because she was obviously a bit scared about what was going on, and so I just hugged her again. And it ended up being fine, but it did hit me in the feels a little bit there, but it was fine dropping her off. And so ultimately, thankfully got the call in the afternoon. The surgery was finished, and she was perfectly fine. The surgery, the doctor did say that the surgery was a little bit more complex based on where the breaks were than what he was hoping for. But, we'll see how it goes. But basically expecting just about a full recovery. Obviously, again, with the bone being fused together and there's a metal plate in there, not going to technically have, the same mobility. but she's not going to know. Once this is all healed, unless something goes horrifically wrong or there's some sort of unforeseen complication, which we don't think will be the case at this point, she should be just fine. So they kept her overnight to observe, and then I get to pick her up about 12 hours from now, and she should be fine. And I can't wait to see her again. It's kind of weird not having her here as, as I'm at home and while I'm recording this video, because normally she's just under my desk. She's just hanging out. And she's not right now, and it does feel a little bit weird, but I'm just happy that she's fine. So anyway, I don't normally share stuff. I thank you for, allowing me to do that. I do appreciate it. And some people are asking anyway, but it's good. I feel good just being able to share that, and it's been bothering me all day, like what's been going on. It is like, again, if you're a dog person, you get it. If you're not, then maybe you don't. But it is an emotional thing. And so thank you for listening to me and let me just kind of vent a little bit about it. But I am feeling pretty darn good that it went well and everything's going to be just fine. So now onto this. Like I mentioned in a video a few days ago, XRP used to be called XNS when it was created on June 2nd of 2012. And for years, I've just been wondering, what the hell does XNS stand for? In fact, in probably several videos over the last few years, from time to time, I've just mentioned, it's like, I don't know what XNS stands for. And this whole time, I could have just asked, but I didn't. And finally, after that last video, I was like, I should probably just ask. I did ask. Finally, I asked. It's not that hard. I should have just done it sooner because I've been so curious. And here's the answer for you. So the other day, I tweeted this out, and I did tag David Schwartz here. And I wrote, I have a question that I know David Schwartz can answer. XRP was originally XNS when brought into existence on June 2nd, 2012. My question is, what does XNS stand for? I've been wondering for years and never seen an explanation anywhere. I should have been asking sooner. And thankfully, David Schwartz actually was kind enough to respond. So thank you very much, David Schwartz. I do appreciate it. And he wrote, so to be clear, the first part I knew, and I actually did mention that in the video a few days ago, I knew that had to do with whether or not the asset in question was issued from a country. So that part I did know, but I didn't know what the NS stood for. But here's what David Schwartz said. X is the standard first character when a currency isn't issued by any country, since no country code starts with X. NS for new coins. And so if you're looking on the screen, you can see what he means by that. New, and then, so what new being the first part of that, that's the capital N there, and then the S at the end of coins, which is interesting for a couple of reasons. I don't know why it wouldn't have been NC. I actually am still curious about that. But I wrote back and said, thank you, David, much appreciated, similar to Ripple's original name, Newcoin. And so for those of you who are unaware, when Ripple was created, the original name was Newcoin. After that, they were eventually renamed OpenCoin, and then they were renamed Ripple Labs, and then they got a DBA, which just means doing business as Ripple. So it's technically what they call a fictitious name. You get a DBA. I did it with my company too. It's pretty standard practice. But what I don't know, even after, and I appreciate the response from David Schwartz, of course, why wouldn't they have gone with XNC? I don't know if there was something that was already an XNC. I didn't think to even check that before recording this video. But to go with new coins, and then there's the S at the end, and that's what it stands for, kind of peculiar. And also, it turns out, so that was created, was that the intention to call it XNS, and then the company was going to be new coins? Is that why they did that from the beginning? I'm going to guess yes. I don't technically know for sure. But none of this, as far as I'm aware, this hasn't been covered by crypto media or anyone on social media. I've never seen it. And I've been following this stuff for over 5.5 years, which it doesn't mean I couldn't have missed it. I could have missed it, certainly. But I've never seen it. So as far as I know, this is brand new information, which I just think is interesting. I know it's a little thing, but I just thought I'd talk about it because, again, like I said, as far as I know, it's not been covered before. And I found it fascinating. And then there's this. So Attorney Deaton, again, like I cited at the outset, and I'm sure of this video, and I'm sure you already know, fortunately, Attorney John Deaton was attacked by hackers, his Twitter account taken over on his birthday, no less. And so there's all sorts of crypto media have been covering it. And here's the latest update. And presumably everything's actually ultimately going to be fine. But Jordan Deaton, who is John Deaton's daughter, shared the tweet that's on your screen right now. And it was actually John writing it here, which reads as follows. This is John E. Deaton tweeting from my daughter's account. I still do not have access to my Twitter account. Twitter informed me that it could take 1 to 3 days. Elon Musk, and he tagged Elon there, this must be fixed. Worst case, I will see you on Crypto Law's Tuesday live stream at 3 p.m. Eastern Time to discuss. And so you can still catch him there for sure, even though you currently can't. And I checked right before recording this video. You can't catch him, unfortunately, on Twitter yet, although I am optimistic that will be resolved. You can see him Tuesday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time on his Crypto Law YouTube channel. And then there was also this. Hold on. Yeah, okay, yeah. Here's John Deaton's Crypto Law account here on Twitter, and wrote, hack update. John hasn't yet recovered his Twitter account, but is in touch with them, and it might take several days to complete. Thanks for the community-wide support. John is aware of comments suggesting that XRP holders' information has been compromised. This is not true. The list of the putative class of XRP holders' emails are not connected to his email account or his cell phone in any way. So that's good news. And I wouldn't have expected anything that would have been particularly confidential on Twitter anyway, but I appreciate that he's addressing that, certainly. So if you're one of the people out there that had a fear in that regard, sleep easy tonight. It will be okay. I'm just looking forward to him, getting back to normal here and getting control of his account. There's just been so much over the last couple of days, and I would love to hear what he thinks, especially with all this stuff going on with Binance and so on and so forth. I'm sure he's got stuff to say, but I'll be checking out what he has to say tomorrow. I don't know for sure if I'll be able to make the live stream, especially with me having to pick up my pet peeve and tend to her. But even if I don't catch it live, I'm definitely going to check out what he has to say, and it's going to be interesting, and I look forward to hearing his perspective, and I know that I'm not the only one. But anyway, so thanks so much for following through to the end here. I do appreciate the support as always, and thanks for allowing me to kind of vent about what was going on with the dog. I really do appreciate that. But yeah, I'll just go ahead and wrap up here. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the Moon Family Sedan.